Hi guys, today we're going to have a look at some of the statistics that you need for your assessment. So in a very simplistic format. We've got some numbers here, some sales figures, and we want to work out what the mean or the average is, the median, the mode, and the standard deviation of these numbers. The mean is simply the average. Okay, so all we have to do, as you know, is type in equals average, open brackets, and click and drag over the range. You don't have to put your closing bracket in, you can just hit enter. Okay, you would normally want to round these up, but we can round them all up at the end. Okay, the median is the midpoint, the midpoint when all the numbers are in ascending or descending order. We don't have to do that part of it because Excel does it all for us. So again, all we have to do is type in, believe it or not, equals median. Open brackets, click and drag over the range. Again, hit your enter key, and we can see that the median or midpoint is 16.5. Half of all numbers will be larger than that, and half will be smaller than that number. Okay, the mode is the number which appears the most often, okay, the value that appears the most often in the range. Okay, so again, equals mode. Open brackets, click and drag over the range, and again hit enter. If you get an answer that is n/A for non-applicable, that just purely means that there is no number which appears more often than any other number. So for instance, there could have been 6 occurrences of number 20 and 6 occurrences of the number 23. Okay, so no number appears more than any other, hence the reason NA. So you haven't made a mistake if you get that. Okay, the standard deviation is the spread of values around the mean. Okay, so the higher the value, the bigger the spread. So again, all we have to do is type in here stdev, open brackets, and again click and drag over the range and hit your enter key. Okay, so really what you want to do with these values is round them up to at least two decimal points. Okay, so there you have the mean, the average, the median, the midpoint, the mode, the number which appears the most often, and standard deviation, the spread of values around the mean. Okay, so hopefully that will be able to help you with some of the basic statistics that you need for your next part of the assessment. Don't forget, you also still need to know equals max to get the maximum value, okay, of the range. So equals max, click and drag over the range and enter. And we also need to work out what the minimum value is. So equals min, again, click and drag over the range and hit your enter key. Okay, we also need to know about how to do some of the count functions. Okay, so I'm going to go into another file, okay, where I have here, I've got departments and I've got numbers of students. I've taken a value out of there for some reason, so I'll just type something back in. Okay, so to do a count, as you know, a count, okay, counts the number of cells with numeric values. Okay, so if I was to highlight all of the table from A2 to B8, it's going to return 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, because we are only counting there the number of cells with a numeric value when we use the count function. If we want to have an indication of how many cells altogether have information within it, that would be a count A. Okay, so again, you can just type in count A, open brackets, click and drag over the range, enter that in, okay, and it returns 14. Okay, if you weren't sure what to do with count A, again, remember guys, you've got your fx to insert a function. Okay, you can look in the statistics section, okay, statistical, or you can type in search for a function and then go. And then remember, once you've used it once before, it will appear in your most recently used category. Okay, last one we're going to have a look at is a count blank. Okay, hence the reason the cell was probably empty a little minute ago. Okay, if I wanted to know how many cells within a range are actually blank, again, I can either just type in count blank, or I can go into the fx. There it is, my most recently used because I've used it earlier. Count blank, and my range is not A9 to, oops, okay, let's just come out there. I want to do count blank. My range is, again, A2 to B8, click OK, and it will return that there is one cell that has a blank or nothing within it. Okay, so we have count. okay, which will tell us how many cells within the range have a numeric value. We have count A, which tells us how many cells within a range have something within it, either text or numeric digits. And then we have count blank, which again will tell me how many cells have nothing contained within it. Okay, so what else we need to look at is a count if. Okay, a count if is almost like an if statement. Okay, so the if part is looking at cells that meet certain criteria, and then it's going to count the number of hits that we have. Okay, so let's go into our fx. Let's pick out count if, which I don't have here. So let's type count if, search for it. There it is there. It's not a count ifs, okay, or ifs. We'll have a look at that one afterwards. So a count if. Okay, so what I want to know is how many times does the word computing appear within the range of departments. So nice and easy. My range is A2 to A8, and my criteria is simply computing. Okay, click OK, and then it tells me that there are 3 occurrences of the word computing within that section, which is correct. Okay, let's do another one over here. Okay, let's see this time how many times the value greater than 22 appears within the range of numbers. Oops, put something back in here. Okay, B2 to B8. Okay, so again, fx. My count if is there now, my most recently used. Click OK. So my range, as I've said, is B2 to B8. The criteria, can't remember what I said, but let's just go for greater than 22. Okay, and OK, and you can see 1, 2, 3 occurrences greater than 22. Now you can use the greater than or equal to, which would also have picked up this cell here in B6, and you can use your less than and equal to as well. Okay, so that's a count if, as I say, which will count the number of occurrences that a cell matches the criteria given. Okay. The next one that you have is a count if s, okay, or count ifs. So no prizes for guessing. That's going to have more than one set of criteria. Okay, so let's have a look at that one. Into the fx button, count ifs. Okay, so what is the range for the criteria for range 1? Okay, again, it's going to be administration right through to computing, so A2 to A8. Again, I'm going to look for computing. Okay, then I get a second box for my range 2. So my range 2 is going to be B2 to B8, and my criteria this time is going to be anything greater than 25. Okay, so you can see you can go on, it's not stopping only at 2 ranges, we can carry on. But we're going to stop at just 2. So I'm looking here to see how many times is there computing that has a value of greater than, it's not going to work, Heather, because there is nothing computing has not got greater than 25. So let's just have a look for criteria of greater than 18. Click OK, and it's returned 2. So computing 24, computing 22, and computing 18. So we have 2 hits for computing with a value of greater than 18. So let's have a look at distribution. We can see we've got a 20 and a 30. Okay, so let's do another one in here. fx, count ifs. First range, again, administration through to computing, A2 to A8. Type in distribution. Okay, criteria 2, the range again is B2 to B8. And my criteria here is going to be greater, again, than 25 will work this time. Okay, so, oh, that didn't work. That's because I made a mistake. Okay, hold on. Okay, just change that to B. I don't know where my greater than sign didn't go in there. Okay, so, of course, it was looking for an exact match there, okay, of distribution and 25, and it quite rightly came back with 0 because there wasn't one. Okay, but now I've changed it to greater than 25, that will work, and there is 1 because it is the distribution that has a 30 within it. Okay, so hopefully that will help you understand a little bit about some of the basic statistics that you're going to need for the assessment.